All right. Hey, everyone. Welcome to podcast number 6. I got Larry Waldron. He is the founder of Father-Daughter Glamis Trip, the annual Father-Daughter Glamis Trip, and they're starting up the third one this year. So welcome, Larry.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Yeah. How you been?
Been good, busy. Just trying
Yeah.
to trying to get ready for this next one. So it's a lot of work.
I bet it is. I bet it's a ton of work. It's a lot of coordination to get this thing going.
Yes.
Um, so you've been doing this almost 3 years now, huh?
Yep.
Good deal. So, you know what? Before we get into the father-daughter trip, let's go into because a lot of people probably don't know who you are or much about you. I'm sure people that are in the community that've already done this know you. But for anyone who doesn't know who Larry is, why don't you go ahead and tell us kind of your backstory, Larry?
Yeah. So obviously my name's Larry. I'm third generation going to Glamis with my whole family. My three daughters now are fourth generation. Just born and raised going there. My sister and I, not to make it sound graphic, but we are both conceived in Glamis. So It's we're a big Glamis family. So, yeah, I started riding when I was about 3 years old on a custom 70, three-wheeler that my uncle had built. He built one for my sister and I. They were so well built, fully suspended, suspension on them. Back in that day, comp was the big thing. So,
Yeah,
we went even at that age, 3, 4 or 5, we'd be able to go right up comp on these bikes.
that's awesome.
Yeah, people were quite amazed. My parents tell stories all the time how people would come up and look at the bikes to see what they've been done to them and everything like that. So, have a lot of good memories on that. But yeah, I mean, my dad's parents in the '60s, they were going to Mexico, Ocotillo, and everything. So they're a huge desert family. My dad, he started himself going to Glamis out in the 1970s, I think it was.
Really?
Uh, and then, yeah, so he's a long Glamis tuner. Him and his brother, and obviously they're friends, and met my
Right.
mom in 1975. He took her to Glamis for the first trip, and he just figured, if she can handle it out here camping, she's the one. And almost 50 years later, they're still
That
together.
is
So
that's awesome, man. That's so cool. It seems like Lamis is kind of the gatekeeper on some of these things. You get a new woman, take her out. If she can make it through this, then all right, we'd probably keep her.
yeah, I think that's why I have an ex-wife, because she didn't really care for it too much. So the new one loves it, which is great. She looks forward to going all the time. Unfortunately, this season, she hasn't been able to go besides once. We just had a newborn, so
Oh,
she's been
really?
staying
Yeah.
back at home with her because of sleeping issues. Other than that, yeah, I mean, we just got a long history of Glamis. It's my sanctuary. I when I go out there, I'm at ease. I'm at peace, so it's just a place that I call home also.
No, I totally get that, man. It's one of those spots for me too. It's a magical place, and I love it. And that's where I could kind of go there and unwind and
Yeah.
kind of regroup for sure. Well, and congratulations on the newborn.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's fun. It's a lot of fun.
Well, one of these days, me and my wife will probably have some kids. We're trying, so we'll see. Well, I'm kind of late in the stage for this. I'm like 43 and trying to have kids, so it's tough.
I was how am I? I'm 43 now, so I was 42 when I had the last one.
Really?
So, yeah. So you're not too bad.
No, not too bad. We'll get there.
There you
Um,
go.
but no, that's super cool, man. I've told other people, I'm really jealous of the people that grew up out here in the dunes. I grew up in Pacific Northwest and North Carolina, back and forth, all hard pack, and then I came out here 2014, and I've been hooked on it ever since.
Yeah.
So totally get that. That's great, man. So all the different rides you have, what are you riding now?
I have a sandrail now. I have a Desert Dynamics sandrail. I mean,
Oh yeah,
gone through I've gone through everything, from the 73 wheelers back then, and then, God, I think it was a Yamaha 100 or 110 quad that they had,
okay, yeah,
to Suzuki, to a Banshee. Banshee, I think I was either 14 or 15, and then dirt bikes. I think I had a little quad stage again, then sandrail,
right.
razor, sandrail.
Well, hell yeah, man. You're definitely all over the place with it. You love it all.
Yeah.
Totally get it. Yeah, I got a Banshee that I just balled up. This thing's been probably the death of me at one point. I bought it off a guy, and then I took it out, ended up putting into a witch's eye, tore it down, built it back up, and it's probably 2 weekends ago, I had a bolt come out of a Heim joint and
Oh,
basically just
geez.
ass over tea kettle, 3rd gear. So, I'll build her back up. She'll be ready again in a few weeks, but, I'll take it a little easier.
There's nothing better than the Banshee. I mean, the power band on those and everything, if a lot of people that haven't
So much
ridden
fun.
them, they just don't know what they're missing on those things.
Exactly. It's cheap fun, honestly, for what you get them for and what they do, you
Oh,
can't beat
yeah.
them.
No.
I had a LT 500 for a little while, and I used to tell people it's like riding a Raptor 700 with a turbo.
Right.
But it was a big bike, and it was just, they're a little finicky, but once I got a Banshee, I was like, "Oh, these are so much quicker." And, oh my
Oh,
god,
yeah.
they're fun. So, I love mine. So, I'll get it back out there. Now we got a Can-Am, Turbo RR, and I just bought the gusset kit that just came in the mail. Now
Uh,
I got the Station springs to throw on there, so building it back up. I've broken too many A-arms, so it's time to fix it right.
yeah, you need the gussets for sure on those things. It seems like you barely hit something and they seem to go.
That's exactly what happened. Everything I'm hitting, I mean, this is stuff that doesn't seem like it was any big deal, and it's just bending
Yeah.
them left and right. So after 2 of them, learned my lesson, so I'll tear into that. I'll be back out there in a couple weeks.
There you go.
So we're not going this weekend, we're going the weekend after. We're gonna hit up my buddies are coming out for a birthday party, and then I guess the Funco regatta is going on during
Yeah.
that time. Yeah.
Yeah,
So
we're same thing. We're not going this weekend. Next weekend we're going. So
okay,
just
well, cool. Well, hopefully I'll run into you out there.
yeah, yeah, for sure.
So let me ask you, for all the people that, when they see like the father-daughter trip coming out, they might see the flyers of it. What should they expect for this type of trip?
It's just a trip to connect with your daughter. I mean, it's one of those things. I mean, I even get chills just thinking about it. Um, you know, it's something that I had been thinking about for a long, long time. I mean, a little backstory on it's just my first daughter, she's 8 years old now. And I started thinking about it, she was four, I believe. And I would always go on those guys' trips, not like the big one that they have out in Glamis, but
Right.
your own little group with all the guy friends. And, their sons starting getting older because their rule was, oh, your child can't come until they're 17 or 18 if they're a boy, it's a guy's trip. And
Right.
all those friends at that time, you know, all their sons started getting that age, bringing them. And, my daughter was born. And I'm just like, wow, I see them enjoying it with them now. And I'm never going to have that opportunity because I have all girls. So I was just thinking of a way where I could connect with my daughter, just one on one with other dads and daughters and go out, have a good time, be outside. She's loved it from the beginning since she went. So, I just thought about it. And one day I just put it on the Glamis boards, just saying, hey, you know, been thinking about this. Would anybody be interested in a gathering like this? And the response was insane. I mean, it was overwhelming. I mean, people's like,
Yeah.
yes, yes, do it. I'm in, I'm in. And I just went with it. I, and it came to be what it is now. And I would have never have guessed it. I was telling my fiance slash wife, we've been together so long, might as well call her wife. But, I go, I would be
Yeah.
happy if I just got 50 people there, you know,
Sure.
and to me, that's a success. Way more than 50 people first time.
How many
But
showed up?
first time there's about a little over 300.
Really?
So yeah, a little over 300. And we kind of base it off the shirts that are handed out is how we base it. Cause
Sure.
you know, I kind of calculate, okay, this how many people I was new to it. So I say, hey, please confirm if you're going. I want to make sure I have enough shirts we're giving away. Base it off of 300. I ordered more and a little bit more got, handed out. So there was about 300. Then the second
Okay.
one comes along and we ordered 500 shirts because I noticed it was just the word has spread so much. And
Yeah.
every pretty much every shirt got handed out. We ordered, I think, 550, and I think we passed sent out about 530-ish. So it
Really?
it was big. It was we took up we usually have it at wash 4. And
Okay.
we wash 4, wash part half of wash 5, and half of wash 3. So,
That is awesome.
yeah.
That's a hell of a turnout.
Yeah, it was a great turnout. It's hectic. I mean, this is first I'm not an event planner. I don't know what to do with this stuff,
Right.
and,
Yeah.
it's like, "Okay, let's form a big circle." The big circle never formed, so here I am in this little tiny area, and, it was kind of a shit show at first, but, it worked. People enjoyed it. There's bounce houses for kids. During the
Yeah.
raffle, we gave away ice cream for the kids because at that time of year, it gets start warming up pretty good.
Right. Right.
But, my biggest thing with this event is just getting the dads and daughters together, meeting other dads and daughters.
Totally.
Gotten great feedback. I mean, one daughter that reached out to me, it'll always be ingrained in my head. She just sent me a private message after the event, I think about a week or 2 after the event, and just said, "Hey, just wanna let you know my dad and I have never been that close. And he reached out to me, wanted to take me on this trip, and we are more close than we've ever been." So, she just wanted to thank me for it.
Dude, that's awesome. You couldn't get a better response for
No,
sure.
no, you couldn't. And, a lot of people have met, friends, new camping buddies from this. I've met new ones, you know,
Sure.
so it's and
Yeah.
it actually rekindled a friendship of mine, a buddy of mine that I grew up going to school with, and he had a daughter, and God, I hadn't seen him since high school. And on the
Really?
first trip, he came out with his daughter, and now him and my daughter, play together. They love seeing each other. So
Yeah.
it's pretty cool.
That's super cool, man. That's one thing I love about writing. It definitely forms a lot of bonds
Yeah.
between people, and it's great that this is now an opportunity for dads that might just be big gearheads, and it's just their thing being on top of this, and then to have their daughters actually join them and experience that. Let me ask you, how is it different being out there with the daughters without the brothers and the moms there? Is that just make it just a way better environment for just the dads and their daughters just to bond?
I believe so 100%. I mean, my
Yeah.
girls, one, I feel a little bit more behaved. They can't try to work you,
Right.
but my oldest, she understands what the trip is about. So I could tell when we're out there, she's a little bit more clingy and everything towards me and stuff like that.
Sure.
I mean, I don't know if you see the pictures behind me, but last 2 trips I've taken pictures at sunset, and she's just, head on your shoulder, taking a picture, love
Yeah.
daddy daughter moment. My youngest is starting to figure it out. Well, not my youngest, middle child. But yeah, I mean, I just feel because dads and daughters, in my opinion, don't really get that one-on-one time, you know?
Right.
So it's a different feeling when you're out there with just the girls.
Totally. I'm sure it probably helps when you're kind of detached from all the social media and all the extra stuff that comes with being at the house and
Oh, 100%. Yeah, I mean, it's hard for me to
yeah,
stay off it, so my phone's blowing up with messages from people there at the event. But,
sure.
I try to savor the moment as much as I can. But it's a feeling that, it's kinda indescribable, really. I mean, it's probably my favorite time of the year to go.
Sure. Oh, I wouldn't doubt that. I know it's a lot of stress for you putting on something like this. Do you have a
Yeah.
lot of help out there this time?
Um, a lot more people reach out. I mean, so I know it's father-daughter trip, my sister, she's been, like I said, going to desert same amount much time as me, more, I should
Yeah.
say, because she's older than I am.
Okay.
But, she came out last year to help out with everything, which was huge. I mean, because every Saturday morning we get ready, hand out all the shirts. So the line starts forming. I mean, imagine doing that by yourself,
Yeah.
getting all that ready. So, she
No,
was
totally.
helping
Those events.
me, and
Yeah.
yeah, I mean, her son came because I wanted him to do videos and pictures and stuff like that to take that off of me. So they were a big help, but she's not going this trip. So unfortunately, a lot of people have reached out. So I think they realize how much
Good.
It does take. I mean, it's a lot.
Sure. That's super cool. How many are you expecting to show up this year?
I don't know. I'm kinda scared because of the weather. I mean, it's been a really warm season. I mean, last
Yeah.
couple times I've been going out to Glamis this season, and I think it's been, like, in the east. I mean, it's
I was
crazy.
cooking last time I was out there.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
mean, I think was it last not last week and the weekend before we were out there, and it was in the 80s. It was warm.
Yep.
So that may deter a lot of people. I mean, I'm
Right.
guesstimating probably around the same amount. A lot more people have heard about it. SNS Off-Road Magazine did an article about it. They reached
Awesome.
out Yeah, they reached out to me and wanted to do articles, so that was cool. So, we're in a spread, so who knows?
Yeah. No, that's super cool, man. It's good that everyone's supporting it. I've seen it. I follow pretty much every page that Glamis has now, especially now that I've got the coffee company going, and made some more friends out there, and I've seen it posted all over their stuff. So
Uh,
I figured it would get a lot of traction. And when I first saw it, I was like, "Well, this would be great. Maybe this is a good time that I didn't know anything about you. I didn't know anything about this. I don't have any daughters, so it doesn't quite apply to me. But I was like, maybe we could help get the word out for you." And because, what I'm trying to do now is reach out to more people doing events and just, get the word out and help out any way I can. Um, Let me ask you, what type of, I guess, events planned for this trip?
well, obviously, we just Fridays just more or less everyone starts showing up. We usually
Okay.
have kinda social night that night, around the fire, people come in, just hang out around the fire. Saturday morning, we start with the shirts. We usually have a ride to swing set, which is a
Okay.
lot of fun because you're seeing all the kids, either playing with beach balls, volleyball, throwing frisbees with their dads, or you just see the kids
Awesome.
all together and the dads are just talking, so that's a good time. After that, it's probably about lunchtime and we do the raffle after that. I may switch it up this year because it was hot last year, and I feel bad.
Yeah.
We had a lot of amazing sponsors last year. I wanna say we had over 30 that donated to the raffle.
Really? Awesome.
It took over an hour to get through all the stuff, and I
Really?
was just yeah, it was crazy, and I was just calling number after number after number. I wouldn't call the number, wait till someone picked, otherwise it'd probably take all day. So, but, I wanna say almost I try to get it to the point where every young lady gets a raffle item. That's kind of my goal
Okay.
in the whole thing when I reach out to, potential sponsors for the raffle. The older ladies past their teenage years or whatever, I'm sure they kinda understand that point, but I try to make it so all the ladies get something from the raffle.
Cool.
Obviously, there's some cool stuff for dads and stuff. Last year, we had a guy that made a barbecue pit.
Okay.
It was badass. I think it was
No, yeah.
Third Shift Designs or something, if somebody did that. It was pretty neat. I wanted it. Yeah. After that, I mean, we do a sunset ride. So we go
Okay.
there where everyone's there for probably a couple hours. That's a pretty
That's
cool
awesome. Do
one.
you go up to the ledge or do you go to Sunset Hill?
Sunset Hill.
Okay.
So,
That's up like
you know,
Watch 22 outside of it.
no, I'm sorry. Okay,
Are
sorry.
we thinking of the same one?
No, we go the one over off the highway, right by Osborne Lookout.
Okay, great. Yeah, I've heard people calling that one the ledge. I wasn't sure about most people call it Sunset too, so it's the same thing.
Yeah, I just call it Sunset. I mean, our group of friends have another
You
place
know
called Cocktail. Let's go to Cocktail, and it's just another dune just by ourselves that we go to. But I mean, it seems like
Right.
there's names for all sorts of things now out there. Um,
Exactly, everyone's got their little spot.
yeah, yeah, they do. But then, after that, we just go back to camp. Another social time, get together. Daddy's Famous Foods supplies dinner for us. They did that last year. He reached out to us. Did a spaghetti bake this year. He's gonna do it again. He reached out again. So,
Yeah, that's Brad, right?
yeah. So
Yeah,
that's really cool. I mean, you can't ask for, you know, better thing than that.
totally.
I and he has
Exactly.
daughters too, so, it definitely is in his wheelhouse also.
Well, that's super cool, man. I'm super stoked for you guys. I think it's such a cool event, and, I'm excited for you. It's just one of those things you hear about and you're like, "That's awesome." Yeah, we love to see people just getting their families together. You hear so many things about Glamis that are bad sometimes. It's just nice to see people do good good things and great events, especially it's, for their kids, because usually a lot of people kinda stay away from Glamis because they don't want their kids being
Yeah.
involved with all the craziness out there.
No, I
So,
agree, and I wish there was I mean, I remember growing up when I was smaller, vivid memories that it was so family oriented. It's not I mean, it's kinda going back to that. I mean, you had
yeah,
obviously the late '90s, early 2000s where it's just a complete S show out there,
right.
and I'm glad things are getting back to where they are. I mean, I give BLM a lot of credit. I know a lot of people don't care for BLM, but truthfully, if it wasn't for them, that place would be closed
Yeah,
the way it was going. And I've seen it, from good to bad, back to good, but I miss it where it's just family stuff. I mean, and
yeah,
it's father-daughter stuff I think is cool. I have a lot of people reach out, "Why don't you do father-son?" I'm like, "I don't have a son. That's a guy's trip." Or mother-son, I'm sorry, mother-son. And,
yeah.
you know, but I
Well, I mean, eventually, yeah, that probably happen.
yeah.
So let me ask you, do you plan on taking this to other places?
I've thought about doing Idaho Dunes during the summer.
Okay,
I threw it out there on the father-daughter pages, see if anybody was interested. I got
mhm,
a quite a good amount of feedback. Obviously, I don't know
cool,
any social I don't belong to any pages out there that would do it. I've
right,
always wanted to make a trip out there, I never have. So, it's a possibility this summer.
sure,
Maybe just saying, "Hey, going out there, let's see what kind of viewing we could have." And like I said, I mean, I
yeah,
didn't expect the first one to be what it was, and even if you just have a few for that one's good to me. Because I mean, we got people coming from we have a guy comes from Oklahoma all the way out here
okay,
for the trip.
pretty good ways, yeah,
Yeah, and I was just messaged by four dads and their daughters. They're driving from New Jersey for it. They heard about it.
okay,
So, I mean, there's people coming from all over just to have it. I mean, it's not like it's a crazy event. We just have the destination rides and stuff like that, but it's more or less I don't want a
yeah,
lot of activities because then it kinda takes away from that father-daughter time. So it's
right,
just more or less a bonding time. And, you pull up, go into a camp because a lot of people don't know each other, and you just
yeah.
get to know each other and have a good time.
Yeah, no, that's super cool, man. That's great. Yeah, because you had too many events, then it's just too much of a schedule. Then you're trying to keep all these different things. It kind of ruins the experience. I can see that.
Yeah, yeah, it does, and so, yeah, we'll see what happens with this other one, and, I mean, I'm curious about it. It's a long drive.
Yeah,
I would probably drive out without the kids and everything and maybe
yeah,
fly, out there. I don't know. I mean, it's
yeah.
14
Idaho's a long trip.
yeah, I think it's what, 16
Yeah,
hours or
I've
so,
never been to the
17?
Idaho dunes. Yeah, it's got to be at least that. I know the Oregon dunes are 18 hours from here,
Oh,
and I've done
geez.
that trip, and it's a pretty place. But man, 18 hours is just horrible.
Yeah, and you gotta
So
make it
yeah,
worth it.
Idaho, I think it's a little quicker. Yeah, totally. When I showed up in Oregon, I was, I got there at 3 o'clock in the morning. It was like a 3 or 4 day weekend. So you really just have a few days, and I was just dreading the whole drive back. It was just weighing on me for that. But yeah, like Idaho would be a lot of fun. Like my buddies went one year when I was out in Colorado, they went. And I hated that I missed that one. So I definitely want to go there. I hear it's super cool. Some of my brother's friends, so my brother lives in Washington State, and some of his crew, they used to go to Oregon or the Idaho dunes a lot. So that's definitely on the bucket list. I need to go out there and hit that. So I'm retiring from the Navy soon, so I'm
Oh,
I'm definitely
nice.
making me a trip out there.
Yeah, I don't
Yeah.
blame you. I've
So
heard it's absolutely gorgeous there too. I mean, some people have told me
yeah.
that they don't even care if they ride, they just go there just for the scenery.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, one of these days I will make it to it. That's for sure. I remember so I was in when I was in Colorado, they have a sand dune system to the south, but you can't ride anything on it. So I never even bothered showing up to it. They're like, "Yeah, you can't ride." I'm like, "Well, I'm going."
Yeah.
Just get
Yeah,
bored.
exactly. Jeez.
Yeah. Well, there's any other places you like to ride?
Mainly, we're just a Glamis family. I mean, I don't been to Ocotillo a few times here and there,
Yeah.
but I mean, with the sand rails for the sand. So
Yeah.
I'm one of those OCD people that hate my stuff being nicked up, damaged, and all that good stuff, and nothing good happens to your stuff out there.
Yeah. No, I totally agree. Yeah.
Yeah, my
I know
eight-year-old,
if I
I'm sorry, what's that?
No, no, go ahead. Go ahead.
I was gonna say my took my 8-year-old there once, the first time, and she loved it. Uh, she calls it the small dunes. Even though there's no dunes,
Yeah.
she calls it the small dunes. "Can we go to the small dunes?" So, I mean, for her, it's nice. For the kids, I mean, because she's not at that level going through all the big dunes or anything, and there, she could just
Right.
cruise around everywhere. So I always tell her daddy will do at least one trip there. But other than that, no, we haven't really, and don't really go anywhere else. I mean, my parents have a lake house in Michigan, and I know there's some dunes out there about, I think,
Yeah.
3 hours away from there. Um,
Okay.
Doubt I would ever tow going out there, but I wouldn't mind, just going out there, checking that out. Um,
Sure.
but other than that, we just, it's mainly strictly glamorous for us.
Yeah, when you got a sand rail, you're pretty committed. I mean, once you put
Yeah.
the investment into one of those, you wanna keep going back, so I totally get it. I had a buddy of mine, actually, you probably know him, he's on a former Grease Monkey. I was talking to him, and he was like, "Hey, man, you gonna get a rail?" And I'm like, "When I got that kind of money to to start dumping in, then I'll start looking at rails."
It's
I'm like
expensive. I
I'm
mean,
like, "In a
it's,
brute." Yeah, oh, yeah.
yeah, I always been told I don't drink Jaeger, but everyone always said, make sure you have a bottle of Jaeger because what, sooner or later it's going to break. And that's all you're going to be able to do out there is just have some Jaegers, drown your sorrows.
That's it, just start riding the cooler.
Yeah. And there's hardly any going back from those. And, then it's, probably a $10,000 fix when you get home.
Exactly. Everything's expensive. I've always That's why I always show up with 2 things. I have my, now I got the side by side, but I still have a quad in the back of the truck just in case.
There you go.
So, yep.
Yeah, I mean, now
Oh,
for
man.
me, it's my main focus is just the girls riding. I mean, last family trip we went out with them, and it's brought. I filled the sand rail up with gas before we went out. Never filled it up. I think we did one ride, but in the car. Other than that, I was just around camp, just watching the girls go around in circles, hitting the little dunes and all that stuff, and I was content with
Yeah.
it. It's when you get older and start having those kids,
Sure.
it's all you're doing really, and, when they start
Yeah.
learning how to ride, they
At
don't
least
wanna.
you can kinda live vicariously through them then.
Yeah. So it's a lot, it's great. It's fun watching them grow up, do it. I'm just glad they
Cool.
like it.
Of course, man. Well, I'm sure it's something it'll stick with them. Even if they get older and kinda go away from it, they'll probably come right back to it. And that's what I've
Yeah.
seen a lot of people do. So, that's cool, man. Sounds like you're having a great time and you're doing great things. So, I commend you for that. Super cool, man.
Thank you, appreciate it.
Yeah. Well, Larry, is there something that you want to tell everyone about the event, or if, like, maybe even like a 20-second recap of exactly what the event is, so we would make like a short plug and throw out there for the gram or anything like
Yeah,
that?
so, I mean, the vet, it's obviously father-daughter trip. You come out, have a great time. We give shirts away for the event. Obviously, the posts show what the shirt's gonna look like this year, and it's free to everyone. Thankfully, we have sponsors that help out with the shirts, sponsors that help out with raffles, so hopefully somebody goes away with something. You show up, don't be afraid to just park camp right next to somebody. Everyone's welcoming there. Get together, have a good time. Have your kids get in the bounce houses if they're young. They're not young. Gosh, we've had dads bring their. We had couple ladies told me. I know this is. I'm going off sidetrack here.
You're fine. You're fine.
So, gosh, I think she was 52 and her dad was almost 80. And he hasn't been out to Glamis for over 30 years, and he came out just for this trip.
That's
So,
awesome.
it's just, and I talked to him for probably close to an hour, hour and a half last time I was, at the second annual trip, and just hearing the stories that he had from the desert and everything like that. And, it reminded me of my young days, Wash 10 going underneath the Boardmanville. I always wanted to go under when the train was going by, to hear the tracks bounce and stuff, and,
Yeah.
get to Boardmanville, and, there could be hundreds of people there, and I always had to have my chili cheese fries. So, hopefully one day they'll be able to figure that out to where, you could get there a lot more easier. I know
Yeah.
Lance has been working hard on that and everything, and so hopefully he's able to conquer the railroad company on that one.
Yeah,
But
I would love to get that happening because 'cause I've heard too many stories about going underneath the tracks. I was like, "Man, I wish that was still a thing."
yeah,
So,
no, it was one of the coolest things ever. I loved it.
yeah.
But no, it's the whole point of the trip is just going out, hanging with your child, just bonding,
Yeah.
sitting down, going to sunset or, just sitting next to each other, just reminisce life, like, talking about the old days if, depending how old you are. I mean, I sat down with my girls and was talking about a few stories when they were young and, laughing there, looking out into the sunset. So
Yeah.
it's a good time. Bonds definitely get stronger. It's something you'll never forget. It's not a crazy event, it's not a lot of drinking, it's not all that stuff, it's not a huge
Yeah.
party. It's just a time where everyone gets together and, there's a purpose to it, and the purpose is
Yeah.
bond, not party. So,
Exactly.
it's good stuff, and you'll meet a lot of people, a lot. So,
Sure. No, that's super cool. I mean, you go out there, you can bond with your dad and, also meet some new friends at the same time. So,
yeah.
that's super cool, man. And I'm sure it's gonna be friends that most of these kids will probably keep most of their life to keep doing this stuff. So, that's
Yeah.
super cool.
Yeah, I know. I mean, I know, we've met a few we've done a couple trips with, and I know a few other people as mentioned, they met some other people that they've been now going on a whole bunch of desert trips. And it's just good to find kids your age. And that was one of the biggest things that I did
Sure.
too is, you know, all my friends' kids, they're grown, so they're going off doing fast rides and stuff like that. And my kids are not into the whole speed yet. So
Right.
it's just a good time to meet people at the same age. So you get together and make future trips and kids could play while parents are just hanging out and everyone's having a good time.
Yeah. No, it sounds great, Larry. Super stoked for you guys. I'm sure it's gonna be a blast. Well, is there any way that, I mean, I'm trying to think of something how Glamis Coffee can contribute. I'm sure it's mostly guys and girls over there. Donate some bags of coffee and some shirts for the kids or something, or
Oh, absolutely. Love it. Trust me,
okay.
I'm exhausted every morning. And I'm
Well,
sure
we
the
have,
other dads are
specialty
too.
roast coffee, man. Yeah, we'll definitely hook you guys up. Even if you're not raffling, at least, like, just donate some coffee you guys can brew it for yourselves, and, I'm sure you're gonna need it.
Yeah. Yeah, no, it's especially coming the last day going home. I mean, it's exhausting.
Yeah. No, I hear you, my man. Well, super cool. I'm stoked for you. And I will do this podcast. I'll basically just do some editing for this and I'll push it out on my YouTube channel and probably do a couple cuts at some of the guys that I know. I can help push this around and hopefully get the word out.
I know, I appreciate it. And one last thing I do want to say is, it's everyone needs to start treating this place like it's their home. I mean, soon it's getting to the point where, it's we're starting to fight for a land to ride. I mean, I heard they just closed, 2,200 some odd miles or acres or something like that. And, it's there a lot of people don't realize they've been trying to close Glamis for years. And, I
Right.
just want people to understand, start respecting the dunes, start cleaning up after yourself because pretty soon, creating these memories, with your families, it may not be there anymore. I know I would be devastated. I mean, I would probably cry about it. I mean, this place means a lot to a lot of people that care about it. So, I just beg people to clean up after yourself, pick up trash, even if it's not yours. If you're driving outside of camp and you notice big pile of trash or something, just do a quick stop,
Yeah.
5 minutes, pick it up. You know, we understand it's not your crap, but it's the land you want to ride on. And we don't have any control over if they shut it down or not. So I just want everyone to realize, let's keep it open. Let's do our part.
Very well said, Larry. Amen, my man. Um, let's keep this place clean, take care of it, look after each other, be safe out there.
Yeah. And a lot of people work their rears off out there. I know Nick Farmer and the Clean Dune Project and everyone over there, they bust their ass for this place. And a lot
Sure
of
do.
people need to shake their hands and give them thanks because I know for a fact one of the reasons this place is still going.
But yeah. Well, let's keep supporting all those good causes out there, guys. So, Larry, it was a pleasure talking to you, and I'm sure I'll get to meet you face to face here pretty soon. But it's been a pleasure, my man.
All right, I appreciate it. Thank you for having me.
Of course, Larry. Appreciate you, buddy.
Bye bye.